Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be going over how to make an alignment and profile in Civil 3D. So let's get started. First we got here is an example of an existing grade surface. So to create an alignment is pretty easy. What you're going to do is we're going to come up over to the Home tab and then go to Alignment, which is right here. And for just to create an alignment, there's a lot of options here, but most of the time, if not all the time, depending on what you do, you're just going to go to alignment creation tools. And then we can name the alignment here. We're just going to name it road because that just makes sense right now. So then you can create what kind of alignment you're creating. You can do multiple different things. We're going to do a center line because we want to use this for a corridor and be the middle of the road. So we're going to do center line. And just here you can create, if you want it to be a site, we're not going to put it to a site. In a site you can group things, so it makes it easy to export and has other things as well. Alignment style, we're going to keep it proposed, but there's different styles you can do. And we got just going to keep it in this layer. When you create alignments or anything, you can always create a new layer right here. You can even create a layer from here, but I'm going in here and pressing new. But road layer will work just okay. So we're going to keep it like that. And here we're just all the labels. We're going to go with all labels because it's not going to be a huge alignment and there's not going to be tons of labels getting in the way. So we're just going to go with all labels. But you can always change that or get rid of labels later. But for now, it's just easier to keep them on. So we'll do that. So there's a lot of different ways to create alignments up here and edit them. But we're going to go with the basic line for now. So we got a two-way line. And we're just going to come through here. And there's actually a kind of you can see here, this is an existing grade surface that's already kind of have roads on it. So we're just going to go on a road and start making the alignment. Yeah, we're going to go this way. And we'll just kind of follow it. It doesn't really matter too much for this kind of a video. Press enter, and there you go. We got stationing, and it looks good. So what we're gonna do now that you got your alignment, it's not gonna be. It's just there's not much there. There's no elevations. You can't create. You could create a corridor off this, but it's just gonna follow the alignment and gonna have no profile. So it's just gonna be straight on the ground, and the alignment will always stay down. So if I go to view and orbit, you'll see that it's down here. That'll never change. Usually when an engineer gives you, or if you're the engineer designing, all the kind of not feature lines, but polylines and things are going to be not going to have elevations assigned to them. Things can be, this is more of just direction. So keeping that in mind, now we got to create a profile. So to create a profile is pretty easy. So we're going to go up here to home again, go to profile, create surface profile, and our alignment is right here. So we're going to use that alignment, and we're going to pick existing grade surface. You got to make sure to add your existing grade. Also, it won't let you do it, but until you put it in. But once you put the existing grade surface in, now you can actually design off it, because without a surface in here, you don't really know how to design your road. So once you got that in and it all looks good, we're going to press this. And here you can just select the alignment again. Station range, we're going to go with automatic because this is just going to go through the whole length of the alignment. If you wanted to maybe only pick a certain portion of the alignment, if maybe the road style changes, or maybe there's a dirt road leading up into the road and you only going to be designing a certain section, you could pick the range there. For the profile height, all this is if your elevation changes very minimally and over a distance, and you have this huge like kind of range of minimum and maximum height, you're not going to be able to see your graph very well. So here you can adjust it if you know that there isn't much elevation change. And there isn't much elevation here because change here because it's already kind of a nice smooth flat surface. So we're just going to keep it on automatic. Here, we're not going to mess with this. You can just change different display options. And everything looks good, so we're going to press Create Profile View. And now you just go off to the side, press left click, and now you got an existing grade surface. Here is the existing grade. So now you want to create a profile off that existing grade. So to do that, we're going to go over to Profile, Profile Creation Tools, and now you'll see your cursor is a square, and that means you can select things. So we're going to select this profile, make sure the alignment's right, and you can give it a name. We're going to name it Road Profile, since the name of the road is road. But you want to make sure to keep all your road names and everything super organized, because if you have a lot of roads, it can get kind of messy, especially when you got assemblies and things. You want to make sure you know which part of the road is which and what's going on. So it's a little tedious, but it pays off in the end when you're not confused about what did I do here. So keep that in mind. And now we can pick different design styles. We're going to go with design profile, and we're just going to keep everything basic. For the most part, you will, unless you want to change labels. We're going to want the labels for now, but if you don't want labels, it's as easy as pressing that. So we're going to press OK, and now we have the option toolbar up here. And there's a lot of different things we can do, tons of things we can do actually here. But we're just going to go with a basic line for now. And start at the start of the existing grade. And we're going to go to the end, just a straight line. Press enter, and now we're told a lot of information here. We got the grade, station numbering. So this tells us everything we kind of need to know about this road. So it's a little steep, not too bad, but you can see that we're going to have fill. So you may want to put a curve in your road. So to do that, you're going to want to come up here, and there's so many options, but we're going to go with free vertical curve. And I don't know if I actually have enough to do this. We'll actually cover that, I think, in another video, because there's only 2 stations here, so I don't think there's much point. We're going to keep this video pretty simple for now. So once you got this, now you got your profile for that alignment. So now, when you go to create a corridor, so what we're going to do is we might as well make this into a corridor in this video as well. So this is really easy to do. We're going to come over here. It changes. You can, there's multiple places where you can find your assemblies. You can create an assembly here. I have mine moved over here, so I just have to hover, and I get this whole toolbar with assembly options on how to build your roads and various things. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come over here, and we're just going to pick basic assembly, and we're just going to put that right there. So here we got a complete basic assembly, and to name this, you can just press on the middle, and on the right side you will be able to name it basic assembly or whatever you may desire. So now that we have that, we can create a corridor. So got the alignment, got the profile, and have the corridor. So now we go over to corridor, and I'm not seeing, there it is, and we're just gonna press corridor, name the corridor. We're gonna name it road corridor, and then we're just gonna keep this all. Baseline type is alignment and profile, because we just created the alignment and the profile, and we got to change the profile here. So here's one thing you gotta be careful of. You don't want to go off existing grade. You want to go off the profile you made. And this is where the naming comes in handy, because if you name everything road profile and you have multiple, or road profile 1 or 1.2, or you want to keep them. Usually there'll be road names at this stage in development, so just go off the road names. So we're going to go with road profile and basic assembly. And we're going to keep that with none for now. And okay, so now we're just going to check the stationing. So we got here, you can check everything. And here's the frequency. This will be the frequency of how tight the lines are basically in the road. And if you have a lot of turns, like curves and tangents, you're going to want it to be smaller so that you're not having lines that are just super straight and not like really showing what the road curve is going to be like. So if you have a really long road, it's okay. Long straight road, this is fine. If you have a short road with a lot of turns, you're going to want to adjust that. So we're going to bring this down to 10. We have a pretty straight, weird road, so that'll work. Okay. And then we're just going to press apply, rebuild the corridor. And now we got a corridor. So now we can go and let's see if we can object viewer, take a look at this corridor. So just very basic, as you can get. Got the sidewalk, curb, gutter, everything's there. So if you want to look at this along with your you'd have to have a finished grade, but what you can always go on to not modify, view, orbit, look around and see. As you can see, the alignment is down there, but the road is attached to it, which is super cool. So now you got a road on the ground, and that is how you're going to create alignments, profiles, and corridors in a very, very simple and basic way. Of course, every little part of this can be made a lot different. If you alignments that are actually following contours and adding curves into your alignment, and as well as more profiles, and you can put in, there's just so many things you can do. So if you want another video that's more advanced into this and covering more things, let me know. And I hope this video helps you guys. Little background on me: I am not an engineer. I work for a construction company, and we get files from engineers, and I edit them and make them usable for equipment out in the field. So I have to have a pretty good knowledge of Civil 3D. But so this video is really for if you get stuck and just get some basics back down. So thank you guys for watching, and make sure to subscribe and like this video if you like it, and leave a comment on any improvements you would like. And see you guys next time.